Hey everyone, Sean Savin Moo. And as you can see right next to us, Sav is swinging back and through. And she's walking and hitting golf balls in the direction that she wants to go. Notice how her head's going up and down and she's walking forward and there's no restriction in her movement. Just a simple task of cutting dandelions in the direction that she wants the ball to go. One person that's really doing a lot of that these days is Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
You watch his head goes right up into the backswing, comes back down, and then comes through, and his knees are both extending in the backswing. It's the Wild West out there, folks. And we're here to show you why you want to do this, because you're built to do this. You really don't want to miss this show. It's going to be awesome. But before we begin, we would just love for you to join us and subscribe to the channel.
Make sure you give us a thumbs up, leave a comment down below.
And make sure you hit the bell so you never miss any of the videos.
All right. Now, to begin, the righty will start it off first. It's extremely important that you understand how the weight shifts from the backside to the front side. And you'll see that in the walking drill, it is stupendously precise, okay? The days of gotta load the trail side and then you gotta fire off the trail side are long gone. You really should have never done that in the first place. And this is why, we've been experts at teaching this for the last 25 years. So if you look at Bobby Jones, the king of this move, the smoothest transition you'll ever see, and the best way of shifting weight. Notice how he's turning into the backswing. His backside is going in that direction. And at the top of the backswing, it's like he can't stay on his trail side. So the weight goes to the trail side, bounces off and falls back into the lead side. This is exactly how we shift weight. If you're playing baseball, you're waiting for the ball, the pitch comes. Notice how we don't turn as we shift. We fall all over ourselves. So when you're waiting for the pitch comes and you commit to it. Notice how as I'm stepping forward, the arms go up. So I'm giving myself some momentum as I'm stepping into it. So as I'm going into the backswing, we're getting out of the way. So there's like a really easy task that you can do. Imagine a lumberjack. And imagine I have my tree right here and I'm getting ready to heave my axe. Well, I would never heave the axe this way and bring myself away from the tree. I would miss the tree. So you notice when I'm heaving the axe, I'm staying right there next to the tree. There is no sway. And because the weight of my arms and axe are moving in that direction, it's naturally bringing weight into my trail side. I don't have to add to that. When my arms go over here, imagine I'm in a tug of war. Here I can hold my ground, but then as soon as I let myself shift a little bit and I try to pull against that, I'm going to completely lose my balance and pull myself towards my opponent. And that's what you don't want to do. So for those of you trying to lift the ball, you sway back and try to lift. That won't work. For those of you trying to hit the ball and keep your head down, well, now you're throwing yourself down. That won't work either because now you're way out in front of the ball. And I see that way too often. So what's the blend? Well, here we go. As you could see at the beginning of the video, you saw Sav walking and cutting grass. It didn't take her long to master that. You'll see her do that on her Instagram page. What do you got, like 300,000 hits on that particular video?
Almost.
295,000. 295,000. Isn't that cool?
It's crazy.
So if I'm walking towards you, notice how my center of gravity doesn't go outside my feet. It doesn't even go on top of my feet. I would never walk like this. It doesn't work. So if I'm walking and cutting grass, you'll notice as I'm walking towards you, I'm always cutting grass. Here, my head's bobbing up and down, but you notice how my head never goes outside my feet, and you notice how the weight never goes outside my feet. It is a fabulous drill to center the machine. Now notice where my weight shifts. So inside to right, back to left. Notice how it's shifting from behind. Take a look at Bobby again. Notice how it's shifting from behind back into the forward leg. Now the body has what it needs to deliver that way. If you're a baseball pitcher and I'm pitching towards you, notice the first move, I got to go secure the ground. Now that kinetic chain can kick in. Football quarterbacks, boxing a punch, throwing a golf club. So if I throw the club in that direction, and that's what you're going to see Sav and Moo do. So Savannah's task, and you'll see that in a lot of our videos, you go see throwing the club, Sean Clement, and throw the club straight, Sean Clement. So when I'm throwing the club, notice I have to go get the ground, use the ground to get my body out of the way, and now I have access to my target. So be safe, right? Because at first, a lot of you are going to be throwing it backwards, I promise you. So start off with some simple throws and get a good one-arm throw going, and then when you take your club, make sure you're throwing it gently at first, but always throw it towards a target so your brain knows when to let go of the club. If you got no target out there, it literally can go anywhere. So,
Yeah, make sure there's no people or buildings around.
you don't want that beautiful car of yours back there or behind you, okay? So, now, I have my ball that I want to move in that direction. Notice as I'm walking and cutting grass towards it, okay? See how balanced I was at the end of my swing and how solid that was. So you'll see that the platform that you get, you can't sway. See that? Always nice and solid. That was one of the things that you saw Hogan do unbelievably well. Every time he finished his swing, he finished super stacked on top of an excellent front foot. And obviously you want some nice flat shoes. Go check out True Shoes at truelinkswear.com. Definitely you need that. And the Callaway apparel this year, absolutely fabulous. It is the freest stuff you'll ever wear. So no restrictions. That's what we're all about. Now, let's have a look at a couple of easy tasks that you can mind yourself on to get this weight shift done properly. So A, you never want to restrict your legs in the backswing. So a really easy drill to use. Imagine your club was a sword. You're going to hold the club at the bottom of the shaft here, and you're going to turn your whole backside to the target. So notice, as I turn my backside to the target, look at Bryson, look at Jack, look at Arnie. See that picture? And then you saw Bobby Jones. This is where they get to. So if I had to take this sword and slash through a bamboo shoot, I would gather the weight of my arm sword unit and slash through. I would not do this. I would not restrict, collapse my arm into my body. Could you imagine me trying to chop that down? I'd rip my arm apart. So imagine this as your dandelion. And the leading edge of your club is your saber or your machete. I'm going to gather my backswing, turn my back to the target, and let the weight of it slash through the dandelion stem in the direction I want that ball to start. So we gather and slash. And man, did that feel good. That went exactly in the direction I wanted to. And there we have it, right next to the flag stick at 190 yards with an easy 7-iron. So have a look at two of my favorite lefties right here. You're going to see Sav do the same thing. She's throwing the club in the direction she wants to start through the arc of the swing. And Moo is using the weight of his pipes to squeeze the ball into the direction that he wants it to go. Check this out. So watch as Sav, you just put 3 golf balls down, and when she's walking and cutting grass, so actually do a little walk in that direction, Sav, on the mat. So watch as she cuts these tidy rows, and you see how she's stepping into it? Notice that before the club comes down, she's stepping into that right side. So she's really engaging that kinetic chain nicely, right? So let's see you do it, Sav. Use your legs to throw it out there. There we go. That was different.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
Hold on
amazing?
to your club tight too, because
Well,
you
if you
cannot
mishit it,
have a loose grip with this drill.
yes. That was really good, Sav. You could see that you were engaging it. So you're basically throwing the club in the direction that you want the ball to go. And because you see where the club is passing, right? When you guys saw her walk in that direction, you could actually see where the next row was going to get cut. So your eyes are seeing the blur down there. And this brain of yours is so amazing, and it's a gravity flipping genius. It knows exactly where to step to catch the next ball. So notice solid contact's not a big deal. Then when you get your confidence, you can start just throw it farther. So let's see you throw it with a nice authority and ease. Oh yeah.
That was better.
So now you're hitting that 7-iron, one hopping it onto the green at 170.
Yeah.
Okay? So what's your carry on that 7-iron now?
Like 160.
160? All right.
Between 160 and something.
So let's see you do a stock shot now. So what's your task? You're throwing the club through that arc to the left edge of the intermediate?
Yeah.
Good. How'd that feel?
Good. That was 160 carry.
Awesome.
The green's at 170.
Yes. Sorry, I was stretching you out there.
I could pump it out.
All right. So what are you going to do to get it out there farther?
Throw with my legs.
You're going to throw it out there with your legs, not with the arms. How did that feel?
163.
Nice. Look at that. Look how accurate that is. Holy. Very good. Take a bow. Moo, come check this out, man. We're starting this awesome series on our premium channel, which is all about engaging your kinetic chain, right? And the first video in there, we talk about our feet together drill. And I want you to go check out Feet Together Drill, Sean Clement, Best Drill in Golf. And it's an amazing introduction for preparing the groundwork for you to get this kinetic chain engaged.
Yeah.
And if we had, and what we like to do, we like to use a volleyball and not an impact bag, because we can take the volleyball and actually focus, compress it in the direction that we want the volleyball to go. And this was an instrumental particular task that really lit up Moo's brain, and he was now able to connect ball from here to target over there and bring them together, instead of most of you are just going, okay, I'm going over there. All right, enough with that. My feet are lined up. Now I'm going to make sure I hit the ball. And there's just no connection for you between here and there, and the ball keeps, staying your target, and that's a big problem. So Moo, let's see you deliver this volleyball in that direction.
Okay.
So when you do that, you'll notice when Moo, he's cupping the volleyball. See how closed the face is. So he's cupping the volleyball because you're going to be striking it with both the bottom of the shaft and toe here.
Yeah.
So cups the volleyball, and we're going to compress it toward the target.
Right.
And we're using the weight of your arms to do that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. There goes the intermediate point. Very nice. So, when you were looking down at the volleyball,
Yeah.
what did you see?
The blower of my club, a picture of my blower going left edge of the intermediate point.
Right. And you could sense that the energy of your swing was getting ready to move it toward the target, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, if we replace that with a golf ball,
Yeah.
so now imagine, and this is what I like using,
Yeah.
I'll put the arch of my foot there,
Yeah.
and Moo's trying to drive the ball under the arch of my foot into the direction he wants that ball to start. So show me that in slow motion. There, do you see that? See him engaging that lead leg? So it becomes like a revolving door. The lead leg now has the ground and it's clearing back this way. So his butt is actually moving this way, and the club and the arms are coming around the other side of that revolving door. So you have this catapulting effect that's compressing the ball through my foot and in that direction.
That's right.
That looks awesome, dude. So now, because we're using the weight of his arm club unit, right? So, I mean, he's got some good weight in those pipes.
Yeah.
So we're using the weight of your arms and club to squeeze the ball in that direction. So if you're an efficient carpenter,
Yeah.
you're using the weight of your instrument to drive that ball.
Right.
Another good miss. So you have the mass
Yeah.
driving through there.
Yeah.
So I put the green at 215 and you carried that 212. Let's see one more.
Those are some good shots for Into the Wind.
Oh, that's really good swings. See, that was 2 degrees down.
Yeah.
So all the numbers are there. From the inside, it's down. We're on the right track.
Okay.
So continue using the weight of the arms to squeeze that ball to the left of the intermediate.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That was whoa.
Oh, yeah.
That was whoa.
That was whoa.
213 carry. That was weight right there.
So Moo's 7-iron is his 215 club.
Yeah.
And it's the Apex 21s. They're not beefed up, 27 degree 7-irons. These are over 30 degree 7-irons.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at that. Carry 215 on the nose right here.
Yeah, that was good.
About 1200 side spin. You started 4 degrees left, and it's about 30 feet to the right of the pin.
Right, just great.
Just a hair too close in the face. That's it.
Yeah, it's just the face. That's it.
Oh, but then the next swing won't be exactly the same anyways.
That's true. Yeah.
So what my recommendations are to you is keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the wisdom in there. And by the way, we have Edward Montaz, who is starting his English channel. Can you imagine? A Frenchman from Paris. Beautiful, French accent on his English. It's called Golf Legacy. And what a great name, right? If you want to, really do the circle, and go check out what Edward's doing. He's doing a beautiful Golf Legacy piece on Bobby Jones. And if we were to turn your swing upside down and put it right-handed,
Yeah.
it would look exactly like Bobby Jones.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what.
This is he's going into his 3rd year, okay? Very rare that you'll see this kind of technique in a 3rd-year student, in any athlete. So we're really looking forward to the season. We'll see you soon.